want to eat some pizza, we always go to this place. This Braston, which is more of a bar rather than a restaurant. They just won, I guess, for third consecutive year or even more, the best pizza of the year, chosen by people. And we know why, because they're really, really that good.
Martin, how is pizza? Good? So what's the first ingredient?
First and foremost should be pizza flour. And they state that this flour is suitable for making pizza. You just need it. This one also should be the one for the bread. Should be suitable for the pizza as well. And this costs less, 33 Thai against 45. This is also a bigger pack. So I think we're going to be choosing this one. Next ingredient, finely chopped tomatoes, which we're using for the tomato base for any pizza pretty much that we are making. We are going to be going for prosciutto, rucola, and maybe margherita. Let's go simple.
Grande mai sta testa.
Another ingredient, prosciutto crudo. 50 kwai for 100 grams. Quite a price, eh? This pizza is gonna be pricey.
I am the car, look at that.
Oh la la, what a car.
Let's go. Another important ingredient is cheese, and this costs always a lot in China, especially in the supermarkets like this, which sell lots of Western food. This 200 grams of shredded mozzarella, which is convenience, 50 yuan. Online we can get it almost half the price, I think. So we do have it at home. We're not gonna buy it, but just to be honest, this is the price that you see in the supermarkets. 200 grams, 50. Welcome back to Traveling Laowais Kitchen, and today we are making pizza. Last week we went out to eat it in the restaurant, which we love the most. It's amazing pizza. We had 2, and today I think we'll be making 2 or even 3 options, maybe 3 or 4 or 5. No, I guess we'll stop at 3. We are choosing the simplest recipe there is. Before I used to use one from Italian chef, but then it needed a lot of time, a lot of preparation, a lot of pizza growing, so I kind of went for the shortcut and making a simpler version. This way, then you can also help me cook it. So I guess the secret to good pizza is actually a good oven. Since we don't have it, since we have a classic oven which doesn't really have super high temperatures, so I cannot compete with the one at the restaurant. I give up before even starting the fight. What do we need for this pizza?
Potato.
Very simple list of ingredients. There's flour, which Dani is already mixing with the salt. Then we have water, which we will warm up, because this way the dry yeast is gonna be growing much faster. We add sugar as well to feed this beast yeast, and then we'll need a bit of olive oil. That's pretty much all we need for the base. Couldn't be simpler, right? Okay, so then he's mixing the dry ingredients. I'm gonna be warming this up in the microwave.
Mama.
Yes.
Я помогу, я хочу все.
Okay, but it will need some time. Good. Wash your hands. Some more.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our warm water where we are adding first sugar. Put it inside. Okay. Now take this spoon, mix. Okay, so we need to dissolve the sugar. That's pretty much it. You can use fresh yeast if you can get your hands on it. Here, it's not so simple. Wait. So we are going to be using, okay, the second one is for you, okay? So we are going to be using the dry one. Go. Go. Okay. Wait a second, I'll get you a whisk. There you go.
Whiskать. Что это?
Дрожжи. Не самое полезное, что купить такое уж надо поменьше. И всем надо. Whisk it well. We're just gonna let it sit and form as much foam as possible. Okay, okay. Now all we need to do is wait, not fart. So now all we need to do is just wait for it to form a foam. That's it. So while we're here waiting for the foam to appear on the yeast mixture, I'm gonna tell you about the ingredients we're using for the topping. As before, I only mentioned the ones we needed for the base. Pretty much like any pizza, it has tomato base, so we're using the polpa fine, which is the chopped tomatoes which we got in the supermarket earlier. Then of course there's gonna be some cheese, and this is which one? Mozzarella. We have a couple of different versions of it. So this is already shredded. This is a big chunk we're gonna just cut. And of course some meat base, prosciutto crudo, which again we got in the supermarket earlier, salami Milano, which we have in our fridge, and then some rucola if we wanted. I guess we're gonna go for one margherita, one salame and one prosciutto, and yes, we're making 3 pizzas for 2 adults and 2 little kids. That's how much we eat. Andrea mentioned to you earlier that we like to exaggerate. Well, that was not a joke. We do.
Go.
Okay, so this how our foam has grown. It's kind of doubled in size. We are gonna be now adding it to the flour, which is already here. I'm not doing any kneading the dough. Everything is done by this big guy. Wait, подожди. Here we have a hook attachment here, ready to go. So let's pour it in. Ooh, there you go. Now we're gonna add a couple of tablespoons of oil, maybe even 3. So I'm gonna put 1. Yes. Okay, you go. Put it in. Some more. Okay. Let's do one more. Or enough. One more. So hook goes in. Since there is some flour not covered by the liquid. Okay. That goes in the sink. We're gonna cover it so the flour doesn't fly around the whole kitchen, just in case. You wanna turn it on? Okay. And there you have it. Now we're just gonna let it do its magic for, I guess, 10 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes, so it's nicely kneaded, and then we're gonna finish it by hand. Nah. Tomato base, we can leave it as is, but that would be too simple. It's always fun to play a little with the ingredients. For example, use the last bits of salt that we got in this jar. There is already some salt in the base, so we don't need it to get too salty. We can add some herbs. There is already some pre-mixed tomato base for the pizza. I didn't get that. We always like to make some by ourselves. You can add some fresh herbs if you want, but that would be probably closer to the end of the pizza roasting. Nicely chopped. I'm adding dry ones. That would work perfectly fine, so it doesn't get burned. And maybe even just a drop of olive oil. That's it. Okay, that's our... I think it's done. Let's see the consistency. Looks nice. Should be coming off the hook pretty easily. Shouldn't be sticking to hands, which it doesn't do. No, a little, but it's okay. All can be solved with some flour on the surface, so now I'm gonna knead it by hand for a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna be dividing it into actual pizza balls. So the dough is out. It's sticking just a little, but I think it's because I also have kind of wet hands. Nice way to clean the hands is to take some flour and just rub it like this, like I'm washing hands but with the flour. Okay, now it's not sticking anymore. So the simple kneading is done. You take the dough from the right side, put it inside, and again, and again, and again. Not necessarily from the right side. If you prefer the left, go ahead and use the left. Okay, so we are gonna get, or we got already. Yes, a nice big bowl of the dough. Looks like a big piece of mozzarella. It's time for Danny to play with it. Hey! Come. Did you wash your hands? Roll up your sleeves. The sleeves up. Up. Come up. You didn't wash your hands. Go!
Я могу попробовать эту.
Нет. Делаем глаз. Второй. Нос. Ти-ди-ди-ди-ди-ди-ди-ди-ди. Эй, я, улыбочка. Ти-ди-ди-ди. Вот он, наш человечек. Улыбается. And that's the favorite part for Danny, to be making pizza. To make the dough man. Let's make him angry. Let's make him one eye, two eye, nose, and then he's very angry. What did you do to me? What did you do to me?
Еще будет садиться.
He's gonna get angry again. One eye, two eyes. Now there you go. The eyebrows is the key for the angry man.
Nose.
What did you do to me? Oh no! Go away. Not me. Yes, in the Wurstel. That's how it's done in Russia. So now, instead of the bowl, we are gonna make it into a little sausage.
Sausage.
Ah, that's a sausage. Is that a sausage to you? Does that look like a sausage? No! Okay, now stop. Nice and easy. I make little incisions, you cut it, okay? One, then two, I think. Okay, that's one.
Ну еще.
Which flavor do you prefer? Salame, prosciutto, or margherita? What's your favorite?
Salami.
Salami is your favorite, so that's gonna be the biggest, okay? So it's time to shape our pizzas, and not that I'm anywhere near to do it professionally. I'm pretty much just spreading it, leaving the sides a bit bigger. Sometimes you do it like this to spread it nicer, but already when it's a little bit bigger. Becoming too thin in the middle, so I'm just gonna use some more flour so it doesn't get sticky to my
Lascia un
hands.
po' per la pizza, Dani.
So it's time for our tomato base. We put a couple of spoons, and then with the back of the spoon we spread it. Since we didn't get the passata, it's gonna have these little chunks, which is not a problem. Most important thing is the flavor, as we always say when we're cooking badly. Good. So our oven is preheated to as high of a temperature as you have on your oven, because pizza likes high temperatures. So ours is at 230, but if you have more, make it more.
Taglia di più da...
Aiuto, Marzia.
Так, такой.
Не в рот, на пиццу я говорю. This one keeps eating. I've taken the first pizza out. The cheese is nicely melted, little bit burned. Since we don't have like wood fire pizza, the borders are not gonna really be burned, so they're still gonna remain kind of white. So to make sure it's cooked, you kind of look underneath. If it's a little bit brown here, it should be done. So we're gonna put the second pizza in the oven, and now take some knife.
Pizza tomato, sì.
Some rucola to finish it off. Something that Danny would not be so happy about, but
picture.